Believe it or not, one of the biggest barriers to growth has nothing to do with strategy. It has nothing to do with whether or not you are qualified to do the work. It has everything to do with your mindset. Many talented coaches and consultants stay stuck at the same revenue level because they hesitate to charge their worth, ask for more money, or step into bigger opportunities. Welcome to Scale Your Sales. I'm Antionette, your MBA trained sales and revenue coach. Today we're talking about the mindset shifts that open the door to higher pricing, greater confidence, and a more profitable and sustainable business. Today I want to take some time to talk about these self-limiting beliefs that show up when it comes to making money in your business and actually charging your worth. We touched on this a little bit in the last episode, but many entrepreneurs carry a lot of fear around showing up online, charging higher prices, and stepping into their leadership role as the CEO of their business. We worry about what people might say. We worry about what happens if we raise our prices. We worry about what happens if we take a bigger risk on ourselves and our business. And I understand that because I have been there myself. At one point in my own entrepreneurial journey, I was afraid to charge what I was actually worth. And when I look back on it, it's interesting because I have an MBA in business and over a decade of corporate sales experience working with multi-billion dollar brands. So when I really stopped and thought about it, the question became, why wouldn't I charge for that level of expertise and experience? So today, I want to share a few practical ways you can begin to overcome those fears. First, understand that you are worthy of charging your worth. You are worthy of building wealth through your expertise. And something I mentioned in the last episode is that high-ticket clients care deeply about two things. They care about speed and they care about transformation. High-ticket clients are not simply buying information. They're buying results and efficiency. One of the fastest ways to turn away a high-ticket client is by actually underpricing your offer. When your pricing is too low, it creates doubt around the value of the transformation you provide. Now, some of you might not even know where to start when it comes to pricing your offers. So one practical thing you can do right now is conduct a pricing audit. Look at industry reports. Research what others in your industry are charging. Compare your prices to your competitors and evaluate whether or not you're underpriced, overpriced, or in alignment with the market. But at the end of the day, charging your worth is deeply connected to how you view yourself. If you see yourself as someone who is capable of building wealth and someone who deserves to be compensated for their expertise, you will price your offers accordingly. The next mindset pattern I see is self-sabotage through avoiding sales conversations. Many entrepreneurs love marketing their businesses, but they haven't fully embraced the skill of selling. I remember speaking on a panel recently and we talked about this exact issue. As entrepreneurs, we spend so much time focusing on marketing the business, but we avoid mastering the art of sales. And here's the reality. You may not want to be sold to every single day, and that's fair. But if you are not selling, you are not making money. When I work with my clients one-on-one, one of our biggest priorities is making sure that they have a marketing strategy and a sales strategy in place, because sales and marketing work together like a married couple. You can't have one without the other. Your marketing should be driving awareness and generating leads, and those leads should ultimately be directed into sales conversations. That might look like a webinar, an online challenge, a consultation call, or a discovery call. But the ultimate goal is to create opportunities to actually talk with prospects and communicate the value of your offer. Now, let's talk about how to build confidence in your expertise. You have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable, and you have to accept that you will make mistakes along the way. One of the best ways to build confidence is by documenting your results. When you're working with clients, document the process. Show the before and after. Show what your client's business looked like before they began working with you and what changed as a result of your work together. This not only builds credibility, but it also reinforces your own confidence in the transformation you deliver. The third way to build confidence is by communicating your authority clearly. I often refer to this as authority content. Authority content is when you clearly communicate who you are, who you serve, and the transformation you provide. For example, I mentioned this in the last video. My name is Antionette Gentry. I am a sales and revenue coach. I help service providers, coaches, and consultants multiply their income streams and build the systems to start making consistent sales. That is a clear authority statement. If you want to attract high-ticket clients who are ready to invest and easy to work with, you must confidently communicate your authority. The last thing I want to talk about is upgrading your business standards. One of the biggest mindset shifts you can make is raising your pricing expectations. Stop competing on price. Now, yes, you should understand what your competitors are charging so you're not operating in no man's land, but you should not be competing based on price. You should be competing based on the transformation your offer provides. The next step is stepping fully into your leadership role. This means showing up in leading conversations in your industry. Talk about the trends in your space. Talk about what is working, not working. Share your perspective, share your opinions, tell people what you think. Because the more you communicate what you believe and what you stand for, the easier it becomes for people to trust you. And trust is ultimately what drives buying decisions. People do business with people they like, know, and trust. So here are my final thoughts. The next time you start to think, I'm not good enough, I'm not ready, I'm not worthy of charging these prices, I want you to pause. Instead of focusing on what could go wrong, I want you to picture what your business could look like if you actually showed up. Picture what your business could look like if you charged your worth. Picture what your life could look like if you confidently stepped into your leadership role as the CEO of your business. Many entrepreneurs don't realize how often they are self-sabotaging their business because of fear. But fear will keep you stuck, fear will keep you underpaid, and fear will prevent you from operating at your highest level. So start where you are. Build your business in public, make mistakes, learn as you go, and commit to becoming the best version of yourself that your next level requires. When you combine clarity, a strategic plan, and the confidence to command higher prices, you build a business that's positioned for sustainable growth. If you found this episode helpful, make sure you subscribe for more strategies on optimizing your income streams and scaling your sales with confidence.